Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. My name's Carter. I'm joined by Nate, who didn't update any of the
Nope.
backgrounds.
I didn't do
Too
any
busy
of
on
my
his
job.
phone.
I am out
Nope.
of practice.
I
Well, I'm also
all
trying
I-
to share that we're live right now, man. Come on. Cut me some slack here.
all I noticed was like the music was winding down. I was like, I'm not in the broadcast yet, so that's all I did. And I was like, I have no idea where any of the other stuff is. So
Yeah, that's my bad. That's 100% my bad. I am off my game today. Just
Yeah.
in general, I'll be honest, just everywhere I am off my game today.
It's fair. We'll cut you a slack on one episode, but
Thank you. I appreciate it. Please don't fire me.
I don't even think I have the power to fire you, honestly. I don't know how
I mean,
works.
technically we're both majority because it's 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's an even split. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. And we're not going to get into that because that's not going to happen. But oh, man, we got a packed episode for today. Lots of very exciting things, though. We got a game to talk about. We got off-season things kind of happening already. We've got Trevor Zegras. We've got a giveaway that we're going to announce. Nate's got a wheel all lined up for that. So stay tuned. And if you entered the contest, I mean, if not, still stay tuned. But especially if you did enter, that you can find out live on air if you won. We'll DM you if you are listening to this after. Don't worry, it's not like you have to be live to claim it or whatever. And then we got some what's quacking things. We got a couple. I kind of browsed the description that you had written and saw that it's gonna be the what's quacking today is gonna test my player knowledge.
Yes, that is correct.
That's not going to be good.
Don't worry, it's not like insanely hard. It can be hard, but it's not like it's not where it's like super vague or anything like that, hopefully. So
okay. I'm just like terrible at those kind of games. So we'll see, but
it'll be fun.
Either way, it'll be entertaining.
Yeah,
so.
The only reason we're not doing it on myself this time is because I actually played this earlier, so I know what the answers are. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So
before we get into this game against the Panthers, though, how's your weekend been?
I guess it's been kind of start of the week.
Start of the week, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little crazy. So just trying to we're still in school right now, obviously, and been like working on a group paper. Like earlier today was like editing the thing and whatnot. So like we're in the home stretch at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like due tomorrow night or whatever. So like I'll get it done. It's all good. But like just trying to finish that up and whatnot, and trying to find like parts for it and everything like that. Like just the research with it. I was just like, oh man, I didn't miss this actually for a moment. So
yeah.
But yeah, besides that though, it's been all right. So how about you?
That's good. It's been a pretty hectic beginning of the week for me as well, just with school. Like before the faculty at our school went on strike, all my exams were going to be so nicely spread out. It'd be like one at the beginning of 1 week, one like the beginning of the next week, and then one kind of like at the end of that. Like it would have been fine. It was like manageable. And then we got back and like they redid all of their course schedules, I guess. And and then they're like, they decided that this week needed to be exams, every single one of them. So
well, at least it's spread out between a week. I have 2 exams that are on the same day. I'm like, oh,
that's rough.
Fuck this.
Yeah. No, I don't have that, but it was Sunday exam, Tuesday, and then I have another one on Thursday. So it's like it's kind of spread out, but also I wasn't prepared for any of them. And like in each of my classes, I knew like, okay, I have an exam next week, and that was conscious. But like I didn't think, oh, I have all of my exams next week. It was just when I was thinking about that specific class, it was, oh, exam next week. I should, maybe do something about that tomorrow. No, I should have done something about it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, 2 out of 3 done. And
there you go.
Yeah, they're done.
There you go.
That's all I can say.
Not a boy.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we get into this game against the Panthers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, before we get into the game against the Panthers, there was something I wanted to say. I don't remember what it was, but Oh yes, I wanted to apologize to everybody that watches the video version of the podcast, like that waits until the Monday evening to do it. I somehow scheduled it for the Tuesday evening. So I guess you're welcome, Tuesday listeners. You got the video for your special day, but for everyone on Monday that was waiting for that and it just never showed up, I'm sorry if you wasted your evening.
We're both just off of it over the last couple of days now.
Yeah,
it's not just me.
Yeah, like I remember like triple checking because it's always you always need to, or I always need to double check like when I'm getting to the episode late. So like it was after midnight our time when I was uploading the actual episode on Sunday night.
So it was technically scheduled.
Yeah,
it was correct. It was scheduled for the next day, but it was after midnight. So gotcha.
Yeah, so it was fine for the episode because I triple checked that, and then I guess I only double checked for the video. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have no idea. So just wanted to apologize for that. I don't even know if anyone noticed, but if you didn't notice, ignore what I said. I did everything perfectly. But
I noticed.
Yeah, I didn't notice until I got the notification at 8:00 our time last night that the video was going out, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's not supposed to happen."
I got like the notification on like Facebook because like I'll get it when like just anybody is streaming on the network Facebook, right? And I was like,
"Oh yeah,
wait a second." So like it just started off with like ducks, and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like okay, so I tuned in. I'm like, "Oh, who's talking about the ducks right now?" And I'm like, "That's us." It's Tuesday nights. What?
So yeah, just wanted to bring that up, but
all good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Panthers game.
Yes.
We
played we played quote unquote Panthers.
Yeah, John Gibson played the Panthers.
John Gibson played the Panthers.
Not many other people played the Panthers, but
no.
As you have it so eloquently put here, John motherfucking Gibson played the Panthers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna preface this because I don't, unless there's something specific else that you want to bring up that's not in our outline or anything like that. There's not a whole lot that I honestly want to talk about because we were just outplayed badly.
Yeah,
but everybody too. Yeah, but everybody knew that going in exactly. So I'm not gonna harp on the defense or anything like that. Like the like just everybody knew going into that game it was going to be a shit show. Let's just put it that way. The saving grace was John Gibson that made everybody go, "Wait a second, is there a chance?" So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, if we weren't eliminated from the playoffs already, I'd be like, "Oh man, we might enter the wild card race." But
yeah, exactly.
We're already done. So
yeah, John Gibson just going off, setting a franchise record as well, by the way, for saves in a game by an Anaheim Ducks goaltender there. 52 saves on 55 shots. Dang. Was John Gibson's total on during 63 minutes and 41 seconds of ice time. Oh, excuse me. Obviously, the guy's not taking shifts, but just, including the overtime and stuff like that. Just wanted to just show that off. Posting a .945 save percentage in the losing effort, unfortunately. But me, I like my advanced stats and especially my goal save above expected. That gives me a pretty good idea of, like, obviously everybody was seeing John Gibson play spectacularly. So it's just making sure that the things line up, and they absolutely did. John Gibson with a 2.47 goal save above expected.
Oh,
this game could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, like
this game could have had no chance of going to overtime whatsoever.
Watching the game, I knew that it could have been a lot worse, but I didn't know it could have been like that much worse.
Oh yeah, dude. See, now where was this John Gibson after the All-Star break? Or even something resembling like the last week of John Gibson. It's unfortunate that he hasn't had a win, but that's not at this point to his faults whatsoever. It's the team in front of him, which but like if we had this John Gibson during that time right after, we could still have been in the wild card hunt or still in a playoff position.
Potentially.
So I mean, I know almost is like only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but like man, what could have been, right?
Yeah.
What could have been? We could have been actually like looking forward to like some playoff hockey or something like that, which we said from the very start. if the Anaheim Ducks had made the playoffs this year, we were just like, okay, call that a win. If you get swept in the first round, well, you get some playoff experience under your belt. Like, we weren't expecting this team to go far or anything like that if they happen to make the playoffs. So, but
yeah,
you know, it's still whatever. I just want to see just some continued development and that kind of stuff. And yeah, just kind of see what things could look like for the future. So
yeah. It's just because it took me this long to actually find it, but I wanted to find out what the previous record was for most saves in a game by a Ducks goaltender. And the previous record was John Gibson, actually, 51 saves against the Flyers back in 2017. So he now holds the top 2 spots for most saves in a game. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing or a little bit of both.
Well,
like, it's good that we have a goaltender that is able to, make that many saves, but
yeah,
I think it's bad that we're giving up that many shots in the John Gibson era.
Yeah, well, mind you as well, though, 2017, there was at least a good team in front of him, right?
Yeah.
So you maybe take that with, does it say who they played against for that game? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you said Philly, right?
It was Philly, yeah.
Which, man, Philly.
I don't remember how they did back in 2017, but
Philly in 2017. Let me just take a look here. I want to say that it was pretty damn good.
I thought they were okay because I mean that's at least like Voracek's prime still, and like Giroux was still putting up the big numbers.
Yeah.
So it was it was January 1st, 2017, so it's for the 16-17 season. Just so you know. Philadelphia was 6th that year.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That's this year. Why did you take me to this year? I specifically asked for 6.
No, it's still correct actually. Anyway,
okay.
Yeah, 6th in the Metro, did not qualify for the playoffs. That team finished so with a winning record though, 39, 33, and 10. Oh yeah, right. That was that year that like the East was just insanely competitive.
Yeah,
right. I remember that now.
I mean, same as this year, really. But
yeah, but like this year there was that massive separation that we talked about. That like teams were already like pretty well out of it by like middle November, right? Like this was like the 6th place team in the division has a winning record.
Yeah.
Right. So, what was I going to say? No. Yeah, but yeah, John Gibson just putting up a stellar performance. Was nice to see, I'm sure, for a lot of people. Like, not that he hasn't been playing well over the last week. We've talked about this already, or like the last week and a half, really.
Mm-hmm.
But just this type of performance, I think, caught a lot of people by surprise, even though we know it's in John Gibson to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't seen this realistically for a season and a half, maybe. Like, I'm looking like last year. Potentially.
No, not a performance like this, yeah. Like we've seen good games from Gibson, but not like this.
But not games where that dude literally stole a point for us. It's a meaningless point, but it's still a point. So,
yeah, it made the Panthers kind of shit themselves for a good 60 minutes.
Dude, it made me shit myself. I'll be honest. I had a bet against the Ducks because easy money, but so I was like, oh shit. You know what though? It wasn't the Ducks actually that screwed over my night. It was the Penguins losing to the Islanders and Buffalo just taking it to the Leafs. That's what screwed up my night. So
yeah, I don't know. You should never discount Buffalo, especially when they're playing against Toronto.
No, and I kind of thought about that. Like that was the game. I was like, I could go either way, but I'm like, at the same time, though, it was Craig Anderson back in net, who has been good this season when he's been able to play, like not being injured. But it was also Austin Matthews was like the difference maker for me. I'm like, he has been tearing it up lately. And he's just, I'm like, he's going to just decide, you know what, screw Buffalo tonight. I'm going to go through them all. And that was kind of my thought. And nope, that was not the case whatsoever.
Yeah. When you sent me your bets, I don't know if it was last night or early this morning, but it was today when I saw it. But I saw that you had a bet for Matthews to score at any time in the game, and then you had another one for him to score
a hat trick. Yeah, yeah, that was one that like I was talking with Audie James over from the Barn Burner hockey show. And that was one that he suggested, actually. He's like, you got free bets still. And like, even he was like, yeah, I think like Matthews is just going to go off tonight. So you might as well throw it down. Because yeah, that was a parlay I had done for that game. It was Matthews scores 3, Draisaitl scores at any time, and Stamkos got a point.
Yes,
The
those are the
only
other ones.
the
Yeah.
only thing that hit was Draisaitl scoring. Stamkos did not get a point, and Matthews definitely didn't score 3 goals, let alone 1. So, but if all 3 things had hit for the one that was 3 goals, that would have been like it was over $100 that I could have gotten on it. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah. I see we got Reneel jumping in the chat here. Hey,
Hey,
Reneel.
Reneel.
How's it going? Yeah. I guess another thing for this game that you had, and that I 100% agree with, I was going to bring it up if you didn't, was Derek Grant, and how good of a game he had against the Panthers.
He's actually had he had a good game last night. Like actual props to him. It was good. And again, I'm gonna say the same thing that I said on Sunday's episode or Monday's episode. I guess it's Sunday.
Tuesday's episode. No.
Tuesday's episode. There you go. If you're watching the videos, it's not that I'm a Derek Grant hater or anything like that. I just don't like him in the portion of the lineup that he's in. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just that night, like last night, worked really well. Grant getting 2 points, a goal and an assist. The assist was great as well as a secondary on Troy Terry's goal. But it was good, right? It was a nice pass to Zegras over to Terry, who put it in. And then his goal as well, Drysdale coming down the right side there, and Grant on the power play. If I'm remembering this correctly.
On that one? I don't remember.
I'm just double checking
myself.
myself.
No, I think it was 5-on-5. But
was it 5-on-5? Okay,
yeah,
I'm double checking just to be sure, because if it's 5-on-5, it's even worse looking, to be honest with you. Give me just a second here, because I want to make sure. That was 5-on-5. Jesus Christ. So this is going to sound like a backhanded compliment. Grant was in great positioning in the slot there, but he was also left wide open. 5-on-5. Like, literally had guys around him, but nobody with him.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's enough
yeah.
that he was just kind of left alone, because like the Panthers are thinking like, oh, this guy doesn't really do a whole lot. But
I didn't really watch that goal like too closely, so I don't know if he did something to create space for himself in front of the net.
It was literally just off the draw. Everybody set up. Drysdale got it, came around, and passed it through into the slot.
Maybe
that was literally
it, and no one wanted to be around him. I don't know, but
I have no idea. But yeah, like I said, kind of a backhanded compliment that hey, he was wide open and in great positioning. That's because nobody seemed to care.
Yeah, that is like the one thing that I hope we see more. If Eakins is going to insist on keeping Grant on that line with Zegras and Terry, I want to see him parked in front of the net, because I think that's where he's most effective. Zegras and Terry can just bounce pucks in off of Grant. He's going to put up 40 goals.
Let those two
right?
run around and that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Like all they have, basically, he's just a bumper, like a pinball bumper, and he's just going to stand in front of the net, and it's going to hit off of his shin, or maybe his stick, maybe his ass, his visor. I don't know. But like Zegras and Terry just have to then throw pucks towards the net. And Grant's going to be able to, create that space in front of the net and a little bit of chaos too. So if he's going to insist on keeping him there, that's the role I want him to play. I don't want him to be, the world's fastest winger or anything. I just want him to park his ass in front of the net. So,
and that's not going to be just the rest of the season thing we're going to have to look out for. We'll get into it a bit later. Obviously, everybody knows the news, but we might be seeing this still coming next year. While we have a quick moment here, I just want to throw up. We got Marcus in the chat saying quack quack, or sorry, quack Marcus. Quick, technically. And we also got Lauren saying hi, Nathan Carter. Hello, Lauren.
Yeah, you'll look forward to our conversation a little later, Lauren, about We got I see Marcus put a question here as well. Well, I think I do want to get to this, but I'll star it for now, and we'll come back to it kind of after we've wrapped up the more specific Ducks talk, if that works for you. Yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah. In regards to
Blue Jays just beat the Yankees.
Nice. In regards to this game here, I was going to ask you to bring up a shot map, but I honestly already know what it's going to be. So you don't even have to bother. It's going to be bad. It's going to look exactly how it did against the Canes. And it's what I expected. There's going to be big, I don't know, red or gold, whatever color they pick, circles right in front of the slot. They're all going to be saves from John Gibson. That's exactly what I know you pulled it up anyways, even though I said not to bother. But
Yeah, because I love you.
yeah, like, that's exactly what I pictured in my mind. So
I love how there's like the absolute clusterfuck of shots that perfectly circle around the crease.
yeah,
Nothing is in the crease, or like everything is like just if anything, it's barely touching, and that's just because of like the size of the circle correlates with like the chance of it being a goal or being on net. So I don't know. That's just something I like there. Oh, it kind of oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It'll like reset every couple of minutes, like redoing the simulations. So
Oh, gotcha.
but yeah, which by the way, when I say that the Ducks were like badly outplayed, would you like to see the deserve to win meter?
Yeah, you know what? If it's there, sure.
From moneypuck.com?
I'm going to say less than 5%.
6.4
Pretty
for the
close.
Ducks.
Okay.
Yeah, 93.7% of the time the Panthers would win, and that's in 1,000 game simulations. Yeah, that team, the Ducks didn't deserve a point whatsoever. John Gibson gave them that point. John Gibson like stole that point. So
yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
we're happy to have it, I guess, but like at this point, it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
Okay, where do we want to go from here? What are we doing for time? Let's talk about the happy news first.
Cool.
Trevor Zegras is chasing the franchise rookie point record,
which I just learned today. Honestly, like this wasn't supposed to be like, this wasn't a thing I was like, oh, we got to track this or anything like that. I was honestly just reading an article from Elliot Tieford today, who was talking with Verbeek just about Zegras and everything like that. And this was just like, honestly, like there's a small section of the article. It was just, oh yeah, Zegras is chasing a record. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, sweet. Why is this not being talked about a little bit more, to be honest? Like, honestly. So
yeah, no, this is like a pretty big deal. 55 points in 68 games. Bobby Ryan currently holds the record, 57 points in 64 games. That was back in 08-09. So yeah, 3 points in how many games do the Ducks have left? 6, 7?
I
think it's 7, is it not? Either way, it's around half a point per game pace, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 games.
Okay, yeah, under half a point per game pace, and he's way ahead of that.
Oh yeah,
for this season, just under a point per game pace. So, I honestly think he does it. Like,
oh yeah, unless some like. Knock on wood. Unless something happens to him.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
yeah,
you did. So,
yeah, Zegras should have that record by the end of the season. So at the latest. But part of me also wonders if you get a guy like Mason McTavish in next year, does Zegras really hold on to that record for very long? I'm kind of curious to see. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. Like I'm like a lot of us, I think we're already looking to next year. And that's something that's kind of exciting to me is like, oh, okay, this was the year, even like a bit of last year, but like this is the year of Zegras and Drysdale, right? And next year we have the year of Mason McTavish.
Yeah, and potentially. I mean, we might not see him until say 2 years down the road, but
yeah, well, I think we'll see him next year, to be honest. And hell, maybe depending on where we slot in on the with the draft lottery and whatnot, small chance that maybe you see a Shane Wright. I'm not putting
potentially.
Yeah, like I'm not going to put like a bunch of money down or anything like that on that idea, but you never know though, right? So, or even if next year goes horribly wrong, maybe a Connor Bedard, right? You never know. Like either way, there's the prospect pool for the Anaheim Ducks is so strong that
it's without
each
a doubt
year is going to be
league.
like the year of this rookie, right? And see what they do, which is awesome right now, to be honest with you. It's just it's something exciting, I guess. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess we'll be counting down every Trevor Zegras point from now on. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, like it's still nice to see that there's like the Ducks haven't been around as long as some teams, obviously, but still, like this is a team that's been around for 30-ish years.
Yeah, it'll
almost 30 years. 30 years next year, right?
Yeah, no, in 2 seasons.
In 2 seasons, yeah.
Yeah,
so
the 93-94 season
was the first, right? Yeah,
93-94.
I
should know this.
You should.
Why do I not know?
You're making me question it now, though. But I'm pretty sure it's 93
or 93-94. It should. Yeah, 93-94. Yeah.
Okay.
I was right. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah. Okay. 2 seasons. Yeah.
Jeez, I had an existential crisis there for a second.
Yeah. No. Like this is 28 years. This franchise has been around, which is not a short period of time. Like there's tons of players that have come through the system now. Tons of rookies that have come through the system. So for Zegras to be, and we knew this kid was something special anyways, but like to be in the talks of a guy like Bobby Ryan, that's a huge deal. And like this team also had Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf as rookies. Like they've got to be up there as well, like close to that 57-point range. So like, I'm curious
actually.
Yeah, I did have all the Ducks stats up, but I don't anymore. So
it's all right. I'm pulling it up here. I got Getzlaf already.
Okay. I was looking specifically for.
So Getzlaf in his rookie year, 2005, 2006, so a year after the lockout, in 57 games, Getzlaf had 39 points. So that 57 would have put him over to not be eligible as a rookie for the season following. If he was a rookie the season following, though, he played all 82 games, had 58 points, so he could have had it, but because of the amount of games he played the season before, yeah,
that makes sense.
The fucking microphone again.
Yeah, that was loud that time.
Sorry, I apologize to anybody else who's like listening on here, like on headphones or whatever, and just smack the microphone.
Yeah,
jeez.
You know what? Like Zegras is like comfortably in that second spot. Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Here, pop quiz. You're not going to get this. Who's third in Ducks rookie scoring all time? I'll even give you a hint. It's from the 06-07 season. They played 82 games, 45 points. Who is that?
Not Bobby Ryan, because we talked about 08, 09.
Yeah.
Getzlaf would have played a bunch in 2005, 2006 as well.
Yeah. Getzlaf's 7th on the list. So.
Jesus Christ.
No.
I don't even know, actually.
I guarantee you haven't even thought about this player for like, I don't know, the last 3 years. Maybe. I don't know. When was their last season? Their last season was the 13-14 season. And you probably haven't thought about them since.
Chris Kunitz?
Very close, actually.
Oh, shit.
Chris Kunitz is 4th on the list with 41 points. 3rd on the list, and that was the 05-06 season. The 3rd on the list is Dustin Penner.
Holy shit. Yeah, I haven't thought about Dustin Penner in a long time. You're right.
Yeah, right. Like I said, that's a name I forgot all about. So, but yeah, like Zegras is already 10 points ahead there. So, I saw Marcus said something here. Marcus says
I'm pulling up what he's talking about right now too.
Sure. Marcus says, I would say he could get up to 85 points, 35 to 40 goals when playing his best. I was always a big McTavish guy, so maybe I'm overrating him, but he's great.
Yeah, he's got a comment before. Yeah, just talking about McTavish and whatnot. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up.
Says he's such a great player. The closest player comparison I can really think of is a center vision Matthew Tkachuk big hitter who can score as well. It says in a later comment. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, based off the brief stint from that we saw of him, like that's exactly how he plays. So
yeah, so this season, I'm trying to do the math right. Yeah, okay. So this season, excuse me, in 27 OHL games, that's all he's been able to play because he's been in Anaheim, he's been in San Diego, he's been overseas playing for the Canadian Olympic team. As well as the World Juniors there for a split second there. So yeah, 27 games he's been able to play in the OHL. The guy has 45 points.
That's insane. Every time you say those numbers, I'm like, that's just
with 25 goals or with 20 goals. Sorry.
Yeah. Like
Like,
those are insane.
like
numbers.
Mark is saying that like he scores at will. Yes. Yes. Like,
yeah,
he's not wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we were talking Zegras there, but and now we're all into the rookie stuff, but yeah, this team is good for rookies. That's the point here. Okay, I know this is going to be a long conversation, so we're just gonna hit pause on the news for a sec, take a quick break for our friends over at DraftKings, and then on the other side of that, we're gonna talk about the whole Eakins situation. And
but before that, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I thought we were doing are we not doing the giveaway then? Or
I thought we were doing it later. I don't know. We can do it then. I don't know.
Let's do it then.
Okay, giveaway first, and then we'll talk Eakins.
We'll have the high, and then we'll have the low, and then we'll come back up to the high.
Actually, no. We should do the low, and then use the giveaway to bring it up to the high. Let's do it that way.
Sure.
Flip it around.
Yeah, you're the showrunner here, realistically. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I might not get the tie-breaking vote for if we're going to fire each other or not, but but I get to decide the order we do things. So we'll throw it over to our friends at DraftKings. Use promo code THPN, and we'll see you on the other side of the break to talk Dallas Eakins.
Hockey fans, feel the action on the ice like never before with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL. Right now, new customers can bet just $1 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets if they do. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you can still hit the ice for cold hard cash. New customers can make their first deposit and play free for thousands with DraftKings daily fantasy hockey contests. Draft your lineup of 8 skaters and a goalie, rack up points for goals, assists, saves, and more. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. And best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, bet just $1 on any NHL team to win, and get $150 in free bets if they do. Again, that's promo code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL. Must be 21 or older. Restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Okay,
speaking of
go ahead.
a little bit of gambling here. Your boy just netted $12.75 thanks to the MLB.
Sick.
I picked the Athletics, the Blue Jays, and the Brewers to all win. So
nice.
Made some money today. Made some money last night. Even it was good.
I threw down a parlay. I threw down a parlay today on the 3 NHL games. So I picked the Rangers and the Avalanche, and the Avalanche are currently up 4-0 after the first period. And then I picked the Canadians because I was like, I want to even though they're the underdog, I think they've been doing pretty well.
I can see.
They got mauled by the Blue Jackets today.
Oh yeah, they absolutely did.
Fucked up my whole thing. So
literally 5-1. Rangers beating the Flyers 4-0. Dang, I thought about putting a thing. I'm like, oh yeah, the Rangers are gonna get a shutout. And after the first, that's after the first period, the Avalanche are up on the Kings 4-0. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. Also, I saw that that Marcus came over to our side of the border here. Went to Canada for a week at the start of April.
To Ontario.
Yeah.
I'm seeing in the comments here.
Nice. I mean, I don't know why I'd go anywhere else in Canada.
I mean, our neck of the woods, but like the complete other side of the continent. But I mean, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. It's going back to Ontario in a week as well. I hope it is just as nice for you. It is currently snowing where we are, so we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. Well, and even the because it's mainly there's like this crazy. Yeah. Now we're getting into weather. There's this crazy snowstorm that's coming through like Saskatchewan and Manitoba, especially to the point that the Jets and the Kraken had to postpone a game into May because of the weather and whatnot. So you know if Winnipeggers, I don't know, is that what you call them? That sounds really bad, Winnipeggers, but
you know what? It's because it sounds bad. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But if they're going like, hey, we need to shut things down, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because that's just yeah. No, it is Winnipegger.
Oh, all right.
According to Wikipedia, which obviously is accurate for everything. But yeah. Okay. So for this Dallas Eakins conversation, I know that I'm not going to have anything to say that isn't something that you are already going to say in a much angrier tone, probably. So even though I know that we're on the same page for this, I'm going to entirely play devil's advocate for this part of the conversation. And I just want to be clear that I'm going to agree with probably 98% of what Nate says, if not 100%. But I'm going to try and give the benefit of the doubt, just for the sake of conversation. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Okay, let's see how it goes. I'll try my best. So, if you haven't heard, Pat Verbeek has said that the Ducks will exercise the contract option to add an extra year to Eakins' current contract. In layman's terms, Dallas Eakins is going to be the coach of the Anaheim Ducks next year. His all-time record with the club, 75, 96, and 31 for a 448 points percentage. Honestly, better than I thought it was. This current season is his first full 82-game season, because obviously there was COVID in the first season. There was the shortened season last season. And now it's this season. And I mean, he was gone for a couple games, but like that doesn't really matter. Do you know his record this season?
Like his record specifically, it would just be two of the wins off of ours.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
So that's what, 27, 33, and 12, if I remember that off the top of my head correctly.
Yeah.
I'd actually be very impressed if I had that off the top of my head.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say? 27, 33, and 13?
Oh, I'd said 27, 33, and 12. Damn it. Close.
Yeah, you forgot that Panthers game.
Yeah.
This is according to hockeyreference.com. It gives Eakins the 2 wins for the
technically he's still the
head coach, even though he didn't play. So doesn't
he was really he was still like conference calls or something like that, saying like, hey, try. Like he was kind of coaching from like a distance, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the team still largely played his system, right? Mm-hmm. So, but with that said, 29 is the high in wins for Dallas Eakins in a single season. He got 29 wins in his first season in Edmonton, 13-14, 29 wins in 19-20, that shortened season due to COVID. And then has 29 wins this season. So another win gives him kind of his best record all time.
Which in terms of
yeah, and in terms of points percentage, the .473, or sorry, win percentage .473. That's also currently his best. 1920 was a .472. So it's looking like this is going to be his best season coaching in the NHL. So
potentially, yeah, because there's one game coming up that we think is a possible win. That's San Jose. The rest, I'm not feeling too optimistic about. But
yeah, so either way, it's a 1 or a 2. Anyways, I don't think it's going to get as bad as any of the other seasons. But that's kind of where we stand with Dallas Eakins currently. So,
sorry, Dallas Eakins was the coach of the Oilers 13, 14, 14, 15, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
and I think he was fired in that 14-15. Yeah, he only coached 31 games in that season. So
Dallas Eakins in 14-15 while only coaching, what did you say, 30, 32 games?
31.
31? Okay. While he only coached 31 games in that span, the Edmonton Oilers did horribly.
Yeah.
And picked up generational talent, Connor McDavid, in the draft.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason that he's getting brought back. That's kind of looking to past things of like, hey, we've had this coach, but we get good draft picks.
We're getting the
Like-
tinfoil hat out before we get into a rant.
Yeah, absolutely. That honestly, it's going to be a lot more tinfoil hat, just trying to figure out the reason for this, right? Besides what feels like the most obvious, I guess, in hey, he's only had one full 82 game season with this team.
Mhm.
But I also what was I was gonna look at something here and I don't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to find. Oh wait, no, it's in this article here. Where'd that go? Yeah, so Pat Verbeek had said in a statement that got put on Twitter there, which this news didn't even get made as like a news bulletin on the Ducks website. So it was literally just as like a tweet and an Instagram post, and that was it. So Pat Verbeek saying Dallas has done this job under difficult circumstances and deserves the opportunity to continue coaching this team. We are pleased he'll be returning and look forward to a promising 22-23 season. Yes, Dallas Eakins has done this job under difficult circumstances.
Mhm.
He's had flashes of brilliance, absolutely, and good runs, especially at the start of the season.
Yeah.
What I see, though, was like something that we obviously complain a lot about is just player usage, right? If you're not going to use players in a great way, you're shooting yourself in the foot before you even step on the ice.
Mhm.
That's really the big thing holding me back on being like, yeah, this is fine. Actually, there was an who was it? CJ Woodling, I believe, from the Crash the Pond podcast. He had put on Twitter. I believe it was him anyway. That he had the idea that maybe it's that because we were talking last episode, which I was laughing about as well. It's like we talked about this whole thing of like, yeah, Pat Verbeek's not bringing back Dallas Eakins, and my whole thing of like, yeah, you know, when a GM comes in, he wants to bring in somebody that will blend well with him, right, and that kind of thing in terms of a head coach. And then the next day, the rumors start coming out about this, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Just our luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thought going around though is maybe the guy that Verbeek has in mind isn't available until the end of next season. So you have the option to add another year. This isn't an extension or anything like that. They're just to clarify, this isn't an extension. It's an option to have an extra year on the contract. So the pay and everything stays the same.
Yeah.
So you just do the option to add the year, then you go get who Verbeek wants. Maybe. So
that could,
which I like that idea a bit more. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, because let's be honest, unless like, well, I mean, even so, Pat Verbeek wants to build this team in free agency a bit more in this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he gets some really good pieces, and it's a little bit of both, right? Where it's, yeah, Eakins hasn't maybe been doing a great job, but he also didn't have a whole lot to work with.
Yeah.
Realistically.
And especially
so maybe it's kind of a mix of that. Like I kind of want to see what happens this offseason and then see what Eakins does with that. If Eakins has like some amazing players and as well as guys returning, like being healthy and whatnot, like Silverberg and that sort of thing, right? If you have a bunch of good players that should be doing a lot better than what they are, sure, then the issue is Eakins. You tell him to pack his stuff. But if you have that better team and just everything improves and stays consistently improved compared to this season where we saw the improvement and then everything went downhill when he started just, throwing lines into a blender. Then like if it works out, you have consistent good play. Okay, then maybe you sign him to a small extension at that point. So
yeah, that's honestly the big thing for me. Like, is that this season is going to be his first full season coaching this team, and I mean, like, still like 56 games was quite a bit for last season. 71, like that's basically a full season.
Yeah, it's almost
back
a full
in
season.
1920.
Yeah.
Like, so yes, you could say like he hasn't had a full season. He's had pretty much a full season for the last couple of years. So
it's kind of giving the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, realistically, it's like, okay, you've at least had more than half a season to show what you can do with a roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Which,
but
yes, subsequently has been stripped down a little bit more kind of over the last few years. But still, right? These are still guys that are supposed to be playing in the NHL and whatnot, right? Like these are all guys that are still competitive, want to win, can put up points, like do stuff in the NHL, right? Some of these guys have won championships and whatnot. And I mean, like, sure, Shattenkirk wasn't ever like the greatest defenseman or anything like that, right? He's a bottom 4 guy for the majority of his career. He has been.
Yeah.
But to take a player like that who has been a considerable part of Stanley Cup winning teams and just see the regression that he's had, both just as a player, but also you think the defensive system that's going on, that's kind of a little bit of a worry too.
Yeah.
Right. Just like a few of these players just dipping down. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to really be seeing a whole lot of Comtois with Eakins sticking around.
Yeah,
which
that's
sucks,
the only thing. So,
but
yeah,
and we're going to be seeing a lot, kind of what I was saying earlier, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Derek Grant, I think.
Unfortunately. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, who knows how he'll do. But yeah, the big thing for me that you touched on was like, this team hasn't been healthy pretty much all year. And when they were healthy, we went on a 10-game win streak. Or 10-game point streak, sorry.
But even when there were some issues, though, the team was able to go. Like it was when Eakins started messing around with lines and removing things, like removing lines that had chemistry or partnerships that had chemistry. Right away, I think to Zegras and Milano, right? Because yes, Milano was hurt for a bit, but he was back and they never got put back together, really, right? Like,
yeah. So there's
you're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
If you know something works, like don't try to fix what's not broken.
Yeah. At the same time, though, when Milano did come back, this team was still quite banged up. And like I've kind of alluded to or talked about on previous episodes over the last few weeks, like, yes, I would love to see Milano, Zegras, and Terry just loaded up on one good line. But then we have absolutely nothing beyond that. So like, you have to spread out some of the offensive touch. Like you got to spread the wealth a little bit across at least 2 lines, preferably 3, and then the 4th line is probably going to be garbage no matter what. But like I don't know, it just like I see the point there of like of not putting Milano back with Zegras and Terry, because yes, that's a good line, but say we play the Panthers, all the Panthers have to do is shut down that one line, and then we have a probably very broken Getzlaf. The only reason he's still playing is because he wants to be able to play for his last home game and retire there, or like that kind of do his retirement there. There's no way he's fully healthy with how many injuries he's had this season and how he was just injured a couple weeks ago and now he's like kind of back. He's been so quiet. Like he's just there to collect a little bit of a paycheck and pack it in. And I don't, I mean, I'm not blaming him or anything, but like you can just tell that he's not there. Silverberg's out. Jones has been out for a while. Like there's just not, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was talking about Getzlaf's line. Like Getzlaf's broken. Henrique is just how he is. He was put on waivers last year. No one claimed him. They brought him back. He's kind of just played the same since then still. And then Mayhew, I think, is the other guy on that line. Like he was a waiver pickup. Like there's just not much else beyond that line. So you have to put Milano somewhere to give, some hope of scoring a goal. So I don't know. That's how I view it. I'm not saying it's right.
Okay, but, I'm gonna rebuttal this for a second.
But right? I'm just saying like we have so many injuries. Like it's hard to actually see what Eakins this team would look like under Eakins, aside from a very brief stint at the beginning of the season. So
I get what you mean, but obviously you want to still put your best foot forward, right? If that's one line being really good and the rest are mediocre, then you should be putting that foot forward, not screwing up your one good line and then having 4 mediocre lines. Right. And also with, yes, it would be like 1 good line and then 3 mediocre ones for now, for the rest of the season, in a season that you knew like a couple weeks ago was already trashed. Right.
Yeah.
So continue to play those guys in that line because they have the chemistry, right? You want to be able to keep that kind of stuff going. And then you take that into next season. Hopefully Pat Verbeek does some great things in free agency, maybe some trades, who knows? And you get some more suitable guys in the lineup, right? And then that fills out a little bit more. But you still have that solid line there of Milano, Zegras, and Terry at this point. So, because normally if you take lines that do really well, right, or partnerships at least for forward lines that do really well, you're trying not to screw that up too much. You're not trying to replace too many pieces very often, right? It's only out of necessity. Take a look back at the Vancouver Canucks. You rarely saw the Sedin twins broken up. I know that they got some freaky shit going on with like not actual, but like telepathy pretty much going on between those two, right? But you found somebody that could work with them, right? And when you had that, you kept with that as much as possible. If things got, if you had to shake things up a little bit in the game, you didn't do it like you did it, but you didn't keep it around for very long, right? You went back to what you know works. And that's kind of the frustration here, is that we know absolutely that Milano and Zegras works because we're still seeing the Michigan goal on our TV. Right. And that was months ago. Right. But and when you're watching Ducks games, you saw a lot more than just that one highlight, obviously. You saw a lot of great work between the two of them. You've also seen now Zegras and Terry working very well together. That could very well be your next big 1-2 punch. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
If you're the other team, right? So you combine those two things together because you have the common denominator of Trevor Zegras in both cases there, right? Your chemistry going literally to both sides of the ice, right? That's awesome. And then you build, you take that and say, okay, this is your core line, right? And it's kind of like how you build around one player. In this, you're building around one line, right? It's okay. Everything else needs to help flush this out to allow this to be the best thing possible. So
yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
It
What
does,
I'm trying to say. Okay,
it does. Yeah. The thing I would say to that though is you already know that Zegras and Milano work together, right? And this
then
team's not
why
going
not
anywhere.
play it?
No, just hear me out. This season's been done for weeks. Like we weren't mathematically eliminated until Sunday, but the season's been over for at least 2-3 weeks before that, in my mind, when we were on that big losing streak. So it's in my mind, it would be pretty easy to just pack it in and be like, all right, whatever, we'll figure things out next season, training camp. We'll see who works together and who doesn't. But so what I see kind of going on is Eakins is like, okay, I know Zegras and Milano work well together. Let's see who else works well with Zegras. Let's see who else Milano works well with. Because injuries are just a nature of the game. Like we can say, okay, our ideal line next year is Milano, Zegras, and Terry. And if we could, we'll play that for 82 games. And I hope that Eakins does that for as many games as he can. But what happens when Milano goes down next season or Terry goes down or
and I don't
whatever?
mind.
You got to know who else to put up there, right? So why not experiment with this season? Like we're going to, even looking at the teams we're going to play, like it's pointless to even put in like a 90% effort because you know you're going to lose the game unless John Gibson does his thing.
Yeah.
That's totally different. But like, it's like, let's find out what works and what doesn't. Like you put, I mean, in my mind, Grant should be off that line. We should be trying somebody else with Zegras now, but it shouldn't be Milano. We already know Zegras and Milano work well together. Put, I don't know, Steele and Zegras together. Maybe they have magic. I don't know, put Drysdale as a forward and put him with Zegras. I don't know, just try shit. So
See, now
that's kind of where I'm going with that.
Okay, so now I agree with the experimentation thing because yes, injuries happen. Obviously, we've been seeing it this season. I got no issue with trying things out for a little bit, right? That's what your practices are for, and that's what you do for a couple.
Yeah,
games.
but practices aren't games.
No, okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so you have a couple games, maybe 3 at most. You don't continually just. I'm not meaning to single him out here, but this is just the big example. You don't
Yeah.
continually throw Derek Grant on that line and hope it just suddenly clicks, right? It's like how earlier this year, after the All-Star break, John Gibson's not doing well. Nothing's really clicking right now. You don't keep throwing him to the wolves, just expecting him to suddenly burst out and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
See, and that's the thing I don't like about Dallas Eakins is that he has no concept of, okay, what I'm doing is not working. Let's shake things up.
Yeah. Okay. So you're seeing my point here, though.
No. Yeah, I am. Yeah, but I'm also trying to say like, there is a method to what he's trying to do, and yes, I agree with it to an extent, but like we talked about with John Gibson, like Stolar should have played way more games in February because John Gibson was not figuring it out. Derek Grant, I don't think he should be on that line anymore. I've never really liked him on that line. I thought, okay, give him a couple games. It hasn't worked out. Move on. I mean,
and again, it's not that Grant is a bad. I feel like I have to defend this now. It's not that Grant is a bad player. He's just not a top 6 guy.
Or he's just not working with Zegras and Terry, whatever it is. I mean, like last game, he was phenomenal. We literally talked about it half an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe like, yes, chemistry is something that just generally just happens. Like Zegras and Milano, that chemistry just is there.
Yeah.
But you can build chemistry too. So if Grant and Zegras play together for the next 7 games, that'll be what, 15, 20, I don't know. We'll say 15 games together. Yeah. And I think they've already developed some sort of chemistry. Grant knows kind of where to go for Zegras now. You give him another 7 games, maybe they develop that same or similar chemistry to what Zegras and Milano have. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it ends up working out. I have no idea, but it's, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just sorry. I also pulled up the projected lineup from last night. So this is what like the starting lines were for the Anaheim Ducks. I'm looking just at the forwards here. Actually, you know what? I'll even go into the defensemen here because they got a little shaken up here. Getzlaf, Henrique, Mayhew. Okay, that finally kind of got put together. Henrique and Getzlaf shouldn't have been separated for as long as they were. I don't think. Zegras, Terry, and Grant. Lundestrom, Aston, Reese, and Milano. Carrick, Comtois, Simone. And then on defense, Fowler, Shattenkirk as your top pair. Back-a-nine and Drysdale. Benoit and Schuster. You can't put out some of those combinations with the lack of structure there suddenly is and expect to do anything worthwhile. I'm not saying you're out there to try to win a game, which I mean, like you are, but like just doing something worthwhile. You continuously throw something like that out that we've been seeing now for the last few months. Like there's literally no effort to that. And that's the kind of stuff that concerns me because you continue this kind of stuff into a season where maybe we have a lot better of a roster, depending on who we can pick up. Because remember, everybody, the Anaheim Ducks are going to have a shit ton of money going into this summer, right? And there's going to be some good free agents out there that could definitely help right away.
Yeah, Marcus threw some in the chat here. Yeah. Just to name a few, being Kadri, Riley Smith, Max Domi, Forsberg, and Vinny Trocheck. Those are all great names that I think.
You throw a quality roster out there though, with lines that don't work, and expect something to happen continuously, right? That's going to be an issue, and we've already kind of seen it to a point with not as high quality players.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I find it. I don't like judging Eakins' decisions right now because the roster he has is awful. It's arguably worse than what the Coyotes have.
But there's ways that you can make it work. The Arizona Coyotes still managed to pull wins out of their ass.
Yeah, and so have we in this since the trade deadline, right?
Yeah.
Like, we almost beat the Panthers. Like, I mean, okay, sorry, John Gibson almost beat the Panthers.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah,
like,
there you go. There you go. You take a look at. Okay, so we just read off last night's roster, right?
Yeah.
And John Gibson is the only reason that thing was even close, right? The
Well, yeah,
rest of
he
the
still
rest
faced
of that
50 shots.
Oh yeah, the rest of that the rest of that lineup, but those combinations did nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah, no, like, I don't know. If I was in Eakins' position, I would just be throwing shit at the wall until something stuck as well. Like, I would probably literally do my lines with a dartboard. I would like throw 3 darts, whoever it hit, that you're the first line tonight. And then I'd do it again. Like, just to see what worked. Because, like, I don't know, like, look at what you have. You literally have like 3 fourth lines and then a first line. If you consider Milano, Zegras, and Terry that first line. Like, yes, you could just do that, but I don't know. I would figure out if there was any players that you could potentially re-sign for cheap in the offseason that happen to have chemistry together.
Now, okay, thinking that you're not going to get re-signed or that sort of thing, sure, yeah, start throwing at the dartboard, which is what it looked like he was doing, right?
Yeah.
Like, that made sense. But at the same time, then you got to go, does this guy want another job in the NHL, though? So that's where it's a little concerning. But now that he has another job for a year, this shit better change. You can't continue to do this, especially going into next season where you're hoping the roster is a lot better and expect for any better results. It's got to change. You got to actually put combinations out there that work. And you can't just keep throwing it into a blender or throwing up guys that are nowhere near where they should be and expecting things to work out. Well,
yeah,
at least.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not really going to judge Eakins' last 10 games and then the 7 we have upcoming because the roster he has is just abysmal. And he's not going to have anything close. Ideally, please, Pat Verbeek, don't give Eakins anything even close to what he has right now. Like, it needs to be 1,000 times better.
Oh, yeah. There's no way that he's going to. But
yeah.
Now, okay, you're not judging the last 10. I am, though, because until yesterday, this guy didn't have a job next year. So that's kind of terrifying. If you're going, hey, I actually don't have a job with this team at the moment. I need to be potentially looking elsewhere. I should probably show what I can do, right? It's like a player in a contract here, right? You want to show what you can do in case it doesn't work out with the team that you're on, right? You still need a job elsewhere. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So,
a lot of it just is. It's a lot of red flags to me right now. I'll see how it goes. I'm not optimistic whatsoever, and I don't think. I mean, definitely judging by. You know what? I'm gonna find the tweet actually, because I want to go through the comments.
Yeah. Well, while you do that, I've got Lauren's comment here, or one of them. We never should have brought back Eakins. I was disappointed that we brought him back. He had 3 years with this team and he failed. Yeah. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Like I said as well, for anyone just tuning in, I agree with what Nate's saying. I'm not trying to, I am kind of trying to defend Eakins, but it's more so for the sake of conversation. Like, like I said, I agree with most of what you said. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's only a year, so no need to worry. That's like cautiously optimistic. Yeah. Just an awful decision. Hope everyone is excited for another top 10 pick next year. That and Grant being treated like a first liner. We got the picture of Trevor Zegras, just the blank stare at the camera. Mid, just straight mid. Yeah, here you go. I can't think of a single good reason for this other than Verbeek wants to take his time looking for the right replacement. All aboard for Tankaheim again. You got the gif of that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. You got Bedard time. You got somebody just straight up booing in the comments. Jesus Christ, you got Stewie Griffin putting a pistol to his mouth. Like that gif. Yeah, like big mistake. Oilers fans are laughing their head off is one comment there. Yeah, so LOL, anyone in this comment section could have coached this team. # we suck again. Yeah, what a bad decision. He showed nothing during these 3 years. The best play for these 3 seasons Ducks showed was when Eakins was in COVID protocols.
I mean, they're kind of not wrong. Those are fantastic games. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's nobody likes this decision really, or there's very few people, I should say, that are okay with this decision. The waiting for the right coach thing kind of makes sense to me because
that's the only thing that makes sense though. Otherwise,
honestly, it's now that I think about it, it's kind of a genius move by Verbeek to bring him back because he's going to have a ton of guys signed to like longer term contracts. Like, yeah, there'll be some 1-year deals, but the vast majority are probably going to be 2 to 3 year deals. So going into, what would it be, the 23-24 season? Yes, because next season's 22-23. So going into the 23-24 season, you're going to have pretty much the same roster as 22-23. Yeah. A few little tweaks here and there, but probably the top 3 forward lines, your goaltenders, and 5 of your 6 defensemen are going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So either Verbeek puts together a roster this offseason, Eakins coaches it into a playoff position, and it looks fantastic.
At least just an improvement.
Yeah. But so either that happens, that's scenario number 1. Or scenario number 2 is you have a roster and Dallas Eakins coaches it into the fucking ground, and it's awful. And then you bring in a new coach with the same roster, Martin St. Louis style.
Yeah.
And
Bruce Boudreau style in Vancouver. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Daryl Sutter style last year in Calgary.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win, honestly.
Yeah.
Either Eakins is the man and Verbeek just had to put together a solid team, or Eakins is not the man and he goes out and gets the coach and says, "This is my roster. What'll you do with it?" And the coach explains, and it's like, perfect, you're hired. And it's the guy. Sportsnet put this out a while ago. It's a stupid angle on my phone, so give me a sec so I don't have to turn my head. But this was from a few weeks ago, and it's coaches who are on interim or expiring contracts. Dallas Eakins is the first name, obviously. But then there's a few others. So Derek King with Chicago, who's interim, I believe.
Yep.
So these are the potential, or would be the other potential options, I guess. Jeff Blashill with the Red Wings, which I would expect them to keep him around. Rick Bowness with the Stars, and I would expect them to keep him as well. Jay Woodcroft with the Oilers, they're going to keep him. Andrew Brunette with the Panthers. I mean, I honestly don't know what would go on there. But Dave Lowry with the Jets. Bruce Boudreau with the Canucks, who doesn't sound like is a shoo-in to get the job next year.
Yeah, with Vancouver.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, okay, bring him back up. Because I like Boudreau, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my personal opinion doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
But, like, he's a guy I think could just, from, like, what I know about him as a coach, he would be perfect, I think, for a lot of the younger guys here. Like, not a development guy or that, just somebody who gets people to play and play hard.
Yeah.
Right? So
he's kind of the definition of the glorified motivator. Like, he doesn't have a ton in the way of systems. He just lets guys play and pumps their tires. So, yeah, I would have no issue with that.
But it works. He's shown that it works. Vancouver is literally it's probably not going to happen, but they're like in the middle of a playoff race right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, go to before Bruce Boudreau came into Vancouver. No. We were laughing at them. That's how bad it was in Vancouver.
Yeah. And then there's 3 other names here. This was, or there's Mike Yeo with the Flyers.
No.
John Hines with.
God, no.
Yeah. John Hines with the Predators, which I could see him maybe getting an extension. And Martin St. Louis with the Canadians, which
that's apparently not a shoe-in right now either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the little bit I've heard, it was a while ago, but from what I can recall, that's not exactly a shoe-in right now either. So.
Interesting. So, like, there is some names there, like Martin St. Louis, Bruce Boudreau. Yeah, John Hines, I like him, but I don't know if the Predators would let him go. So there's some names, but there's none that like really stand out as like, you know what, that's the coach we need.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes me get it a little bit more, right? That, okay.
The guy's just not available yet.
Yeah.
I get it, but if as long as if that's the reason, okay, sure, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
If that's not it, though, I want to know what's going on. I want to know why.
Mhm.
Why do you feel that Dallas Eakins with a losing record, doesn't matter with COVID shortened or not, right? With a losing record like that, why are you keeping him around?
Yeah.
What does
So-
he bring to the table that helps
Yeah.
you win hockey games? Because I'm not seeing anything else right now.
So that's our thoughts on Dallas Eakins. We probably know how you feel, but if you have anything to add to the conversation, you can DM us at Quack Report Pod, and we'll probably talk about it on some future episode, because it's we're rolling up to the off season. We got to have something to talk about here. So before we carry on with the last few things here, let's do a giveaway.
Yeah, let's do a giveaway. Why not?
Yeah. So while you pull that up, just as a reminder for anyone, if you forgot what giveaway you entered, it is for a Ducks snapback hat and a pack of 13 assorted Ducks cards from the Tim Hortons set that you can get in Canada. So there's some Ducks players, John Gibson, Ryan Getzlaff. There's some Corey Perry Team Canada stuff, Adam Henrique and Comtois Team Canada stuff in there as well. So kind of a whole assortment. But
All right, so we got our Wheel of Quack, as I'm going to call it. Up here now, we got all the successful entries here. And Carter, you're gonna count, and that's like the amount of times that you count, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how many times I'm gonna randomize the list. All right.
Okay.
Or give me a number. We'll make that easier. Just give me a number, and that's how many times I'll randomize it. 513. Okay, no. Let's say like a max of 12.
Okay. Let's do lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7? All right.
Yeah.
And here, can we even we'll even just bring the mouse pad up so everybody can hear the clicks and you can see the shuffles on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We're all shaken up. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. All right, congrats to @BarDown from Instagram who had entered our contest. You are the winner of our Ducks hat and cards, and we will be reaching out to you. It'll probably be tomorrow morning. I'll reach out. So
cool. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, sweet. I love doing giveaways. They're fun.
Yeah, no one's mad about a giveaway.
No one's mad about a giveaway. Giveaways are good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a quick break here. On the other side, we've got some more upcoming games. Yeah.
We might have to cut questions. We'll save that for Sunday because I still want to play that game. I think that game will be faster. So
okay, sounds good. Yeah, but we'll do a quick break, and then on the other side, we'll see you for some more hockey talk.
What's up, y'all, and greetings from the hockey city of Smashville, home of the Nashville Predators, and home to a new hockey podcast, the Catfish and Ice Podcast, a part of the Hockey Podcast Network. Join hosts Chad Mitten, Rich Howe, and Colin Bluen every week as we bring to you hard-hitting and unfiltered Nashville Predators hockey analysis, while also diving into the entertainment and music world here in Music City. We have a lot of fun doing it. Now is the time to join us for the ride, hockey fans. New episodes of the Catfish and Ice Podcast every Tuesday and Friday. Download the Catfish and Ice Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or wherever else you get your podcasts.
Cool. I forgot to plug it earlier. So in case you were wondering where these fantastic hats came from and this fantastic mug and water bottle that we're both repping, you can go down to the website at the bottom of the screen here, tqrshop.myspreadshop.com, and that is our merch store. We launched that a couple weeks back. So if you're either new to the show or you've been away for a few weeks, then you can check that out. And yeah, we got t-shirts, hoodies, all the stuff we're wearing here, stickers. We just dropped a Skillin' It Up line for
Do you want me to pull up
obvious
a picture
reasons.
of that really quickly?
Yeah, if you've got one available, that would be sweet. I know we've already got a few orders on it, so I'm excited for to see some of that one in person as well. Yeah, here we go.
For anybody
Beautiful.
who's watching right now, see if I can zoom in on it. Oh yeah, just out here skilling it up.
Nice. I haven't checked if any of our other orders have arrived yet. It should be pretty close, anyways, because we got our stuff just last week. So,
mind you, our stuff is expedited because it is us like as store owners. But
yeah, exactly. So,
but stuff should be coming.
Should be there soon. So, yeah, if you already got your merch, then definitely send it to @Quack Report Pod. We'd love to see you repping the merch. That would be sweet. We'll even share it if that is all right with you, or just post us and tag us in it, and we'll give it a share. Because it's awesome. We haven't got a chance to see absolutely everything in person, just kind of a majority, or just a little taste of everything. So we'd love to see
the link to the shop as well. If you're just listening to it, tqrshop.myspreadshop.com, and it's going to be in the description as well. So
that's just wanted to plug that before we move on here. What's next on our list? I guess that would be upcoming games. So Thursday against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, I'm betting on the Lightning. Easy enough.
Yeah.
It's the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions. Like what do you really want to deep dive into this, or do you want to just keep the show going?
No, that's it. Yeah. That game's at 4:00. We're on the road. Yeah. So that's
really the only notable thing about this game is it's going to be the last time Getzlaf and Perry play against each other.
That's true.
Or share the ice together. Well, actually, we'll put it that way. Share the ice together. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it. That's the reason I'm going to tune in is either to see them fight or kiss. It's going to be one or the other. So.
It's going to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was something else I wanted to look at. Oh yeah. You know what? Last time we played the Lightning, we beat them 5-1. That was back in January. Actually, that was on your birthday.
That is correct. But that was also the Ducks were on a high.
Yeah. The roster was a lot different.
This is very stripped down now. So yeah.
So, but I mean, I don't know. Every team has that one team that just has their number.
Yeah.
Maybe that's us for the Lightning.
Maybe.
Just maybe. I have no idea, but
maybe. We'll have to see.
Actually, you know what? We weren't even on that much of a high. We had lost 4 in a row before that game against the Lightning.
Sick.
That was the 4-1 loss to Pittsburgh, the 7-3 loss to Minnesota, the 3-0 loss to Chicago, and then a 2-0 loss to Colorado, and then we beat the Lightning 5-1. So I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe we're that team for the Lightning, but yeah, like you said, we were a very different team. So.
That's right. Yeah. No, I'm not feeling cautiously optimistic about this one. No, I'm expecting a shit show. So I'm expecting similar to what we just had the other day, but John Gibson or Anthony Stolarz not pulling the same kind of thing. So but not to sound too down, but I think everybody's just you're just expecting it at this point. So
if you expect the worst,
then Florida, you go through Florida, you're expecting to just get hammered right now.
Yeah. So. You know what? All they can do is impress you at this point.
Yeah, realistically,
we get shut out 7-0. Sure, whatever. Saw that coming from a mile away. Anyone could have predicted that. But if it's anything else, then it's just impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
Right. Okay. Gulls update. You've got some stuff for us there.
Yeah, I'll run through it quick. So right now, the San Diego Gulls are still currently sitting in 7th spot. They'll probably remain in that spot here as well. A 492 point percentage. But they're currently playing a game right now, I believe, against the Ontario Reign. They'll also be playing the Reign on Friday and Saturday, following followed by playing the Henderson Silver Knights on the Tuesday. It looks like right now, actually, that the Gulls just need 2 more points. So if they win tonight, actually, as we're recording this, if I have this correctly, if they win tonight, they will secure that final playoff spot. Otherwise, it should be right away here. So, yeah, and then just give a quick stats update as well. Lucas Yelevans is now leading the team in points with 38 on the season, followed by Nicholas Brouillard with 37, Alex Limoges with 36, Hunter Drew with 36, and Jacob Perreault with 36. So, and then your goalie stats currently, Lucas Dossel obviously leading the goals, who he's played 34 games, has 2 shutouts, a 259 goals against average, a 17, 11, and 1 record, and a 917 save percentage. I know that those stats were all jumbled up. Literally, I'm just reading it across right now.
Yeah.
And then Ole Eriksson Ek, having played 23 games, a 1 shutout, a 327 goals against, a 713 and 2 record for a 0.888 save percentage on the season. So, yeah, cool. So things are looking good for the Gulls right now. They should be making the playoffs hopefully this week, as long as they get a win out of Ontario or Henderson. Both of those teams, though. Henderson sitting just above us in the standings at number 6, and the Ontario Reign sitting 2nd in the division. So,
yeah, so tough games, but like you said, we got enough of a buffer on.
Yeah, there's a solid chance, it looks like, here. So,
yeah,
the lowest point percentage that they could have is a 4.27. It looks like, and the highest that Tucson could have is a 4.41.
Okay. So yeah, it's just a few games away.
Yeah, pretty much
from clinching. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, let's get into some what's quacking here. So first off, because we promised Marcus we would answer his question, we can just get to that quickly. Do you think the Vegas Golden Knights will make the playoffs? If so, where do you see them finishing? 2nd in the Pacific, 3rd in the Pacific, or wild card 1 and 2?
Nowhere near that high. If they manage to make it, it will be the wild card. I personally don't think they do it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
maybe with Marcel being back, they just
maybe
get into 3rd and knock out LA. But that's really all I could think of. Because actually, yeah, taking a look at the wild card spot, that is locked up by central teams as Nashville and Dallas. Nashville having played 73 games, 89 points. Dallas 73 games, 88 points. Vegas playing 74 games with 85. Really, the only team they could go after is the Kings, who have played 75 games, have 88 points. But
they could go after the Stars too. I guess the Stars have a game in hand, 2 games.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a little bit harder to do. So
yeah, LA seems to be trending down a little bit too. Like I think the injuries are really catching up to them now.
Well, with Drew Doughty just getting put out for the rest of the season, including playoffs.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, yeah, things are looking better for Vegas. If they get in, though, it's going to be like the last day or 2.
It's going to be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would see it as like them getting in 3rd in the Pacific, which as an Oilers fan scares the shit out of me because it's not that I think Vegas is a bad team, but injuries really hurt them this year. And with them starting to become healthy, that's a big problem. That's a big fat problem for anybody else in the playoffs. So yeah, I don't care if you're Minnesota, Colorado, Calgary, either. Like, if you're playing against Vegas in the first round, that's going to be a tough matchup because they're going to be fully healthy and probably millions over the salary cap as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, but the issue is them getting there, and I don't know. It's going to be close.
Yeah, absolutely, Willie.
Okay.
right,
I'll let
we'll
you
play
get
a
to your
game.
stuff now. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
The questions that I had, I'm going to save them for Sunday because I think that'll just be good discussion type questions.
Okay.
So yeah, I apologize for that, but I do want to play this game just because it's fun and you can continuously play it. So Carter, you've heard of the game Wordle before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of similar to Wordle.
Okay.
If you haven't played Wordle, it's basically like there's a like one word and you have I think 5 or 6 guesses.
Six
That's what
guesses.
the word is.
6 guesses for a 5-letter word. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, thank you. So this is the hockey version though of Wordle. This is called Dangle.
Oh, okay. See,
So-
I actually play a version called Gordle.
Okay.
That's it's the same thing. It's 5-letter hockey player names.
Okay.
I'm pretty bad at it, honestly.
So this one isn't like what did you say? 5-letter hockey player names?
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't that exactly. This one is just you're
Okay.
guessing who the player is. So
okay.
I'll read the how to
Okay.
play here. Everybody can play along. Just please don't put the answer in the chat because I want to see if Carter can get it. I've already solved this for today.
Okay. I'll take the chat off. So actually, if you're in the chat, you can sound off in there, but I'm not looking at it. So
yeah. So yeah, I guess if you want to play, it's dangle.games is where you can play it. So I'll just read off the rules here because I know they're a little bit small. So you have 8 guesses, and you can guess any current NHL player.
Okay.
A green cell means that attribute is correct. So the attributes, I believe, are team, division, conference, shot-handed, what position, their age, the number they wear, and what country they're from.
Okay, so there's lots of different things that could narrow it down. Okay.
A yellow cell in the age column means you're within 2 years. A number in the age or in the column means that you're within 5 numbers. A yellow cell in the team column means that the mystery player played for that team at one point in their career, but not currently.
Okay.
No color indicates no similarities or match to the mystery player's attributes. Out of ideas, check out the silhouette, which doesn't take off a guess for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if it's too easy, they just, I think, dropped hard mode yesterday. And yeah, you can come back every day for a mystery player, similar to Wordle. You come back for a new word. So
cool. But we're definitely not doing hard mode today. I'll tell you.
No, we're not. And I'm gonna zoom in on this a little bit, actually, just so everybody can see it a little.
That's
bit
much better.
Yeah, it's better.
Yep.
Oh no, wait. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to see how this works. Okay. All right. So Carter, you don't get unless actually. Do you want the silhouette to start? Just to give you a hint of where to start.
No, I'll just go with our boy Trevor Zegras to start.
All right. Trevor Zegras, take a guess. All right, so you have the conference and the division correctly, which that narrows down your choices right away, actually.
Yeah.
But it's not Trevor Zegras, and it's not, doesn't play for Anaheim, is not a centerman, is not a left-hand shot, is older than 21, has a number higher than number 46, and is not from the USA.
Okay. So, I mean, that narrows it down to right shot people, I guess.
Yep.
For wingers, does it tell you left? Does it specify left and right, or is it just like? Or
sorry. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay, or I was going to ask for defenseman too, but you probably don't remember that either. So
I think defenseman is just defense.
Okay. Well, let's go. Let's go for right shot D. Let's go. Tyson Barrie.
Oh, okay. We're getting a little bit closer.
Okay, so he is Canadian.
Not a defenseman, is a Canadian, but is in between 21 and 30 for age. And you got the right hand shot correct now.
Okay, I would hope so because there's only left or right. What does the yellow on the 30 mean? It's within 2 years?
Yeah, I believe so. Just double checking here. Yeah, yellow in the age column means you're within 2 years.
Okay. I also totally didn't take into account the number that they wear, so
yeah,
I kind of screwed up there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So it should be higher than 46, but whatever. The number's actually not that helpful for me because I'm really bad with player numbers outside of Edmonton and Anaheim. So
yeah.
Okay. What's another Pacific Division team. Let's go Vancouver. Who's a right shot on Vancouver that would
So
I guess
it's
be a winger?
yeah.
Ooh, I'm also really bad with shot-handedness, so it's honestly not helpful that I know now it's a right-handed player. So, let's go. Is Pedersen considered a winger or a center? He's probably considered a center. Let's do JT Miller.
Miller. All right. Oh, we went backwards on that one. He's a USA player and he's a left
Oh
shot.
yeah, think of Canadians. Yeah, I.
But you have the age.
I got the
correct.
age now. Okay,
Yeah.
That's not super helpful again, but
Well, no, because you did take off something now. So you have the conference, the
yeah,
division.
but I don't know many players' ages, so
Fair enough. I use
okay,
the age more like, okay, have they been around for a long time?
Yeah, that's fair.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 guesses left here.
Okay, that's still a good amount. Oh, let's go Jordan Eberle. Oh no, never mind. No, that's stupid because he's no. Well, you know what? Let's do Jordan Eberle. I know that it's not him because of the number, but at least he's Canadian and I think 29.
No, Jordan Eberle
he's
is
31.
31, but he is a winger. So okay. So it's just
it
winger.
just says winger. Yeah.
So we have the conference, the division, the position, the shot, the age, and the country. We literally just need the team,
the team and the number.
the team and the number, and the player, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like there's only there's 8 teams, so eventually I'm gonna get it. But I would like to figure out the team relatively soon. Let's go. Let's try from San Jose. There's a winger in San Jose. What about Logan Couture? Wait, what number does he wear? Oh no, he's like 38 or something, isn't he? No, let's not do Couture. Let's do. I'm trying to think of like wingers on the other California teams. What if I did Arvidsson's 33. Adrian Kempe is pretty young. What about Jeff Carter's pretty old too.
Jeff Carter's also playing for Pittsburgh, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm thinking Kopitar. This is tough.
Carter was actually the guy the other day.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should think of Calgary players. You guys have a lot of Americans because Gaudreau's American, Kachuk's American. Monahan. No, Monahan's a center. Is he?
Yeah, he's a centerman.
Okay. Ooh, oh God, this is tough. You know what? Let's go. Oh no, Mangiapane's Canadian. Let's go Mangiapane. Again, I don't know if he's left or right-handed, so it could be a stupid guess that way. But
nope. So we got the conference division. He is Canadian, but he's a left-hand shot, and he's 25.
Okay.
So, but you've
number,
eliminated now five teams.
Yeah. So really, I have. Oh, there's Vegas. Oh, I forgot about Vegas. That changes things. And also the numbers between 46 and 88. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. For Vegas, what number does Stone wear? I have no idea. Let's go. Maybe it could be Pacioretty. I don't know. Or no, is Stone a center? Now I'm questioning everything I know about hockey.
That's what makes this fun, though, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Let's go. I feel like Meyer or Hurdle is around that 29-ish range. I think Meyer's right-handed. Wait,
Timo Meyer?
What number does Meyer wear? Am I allowed to look up what number Meyer wears?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
When you do this on your own time, you can solve it how you want, but I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm a big time cheater when it not like cheater, but like resource user when it comes to these things.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. How do I not know? I feel like I should know. Let's go Meyer. Let's do it.
Oh, I spelled Meyer wrong apparently. Timo Meyer. There we go.
At the very worst, it narrows down the team. Oh, he's
Timo
not
Meyer
even
is
Canadian.
Swiss.
Oh boy.
It's a left-hand shot and it's 25.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his name's Timo Meyer. That's not a Canadian name. I mean, you never really know. But
So you have 2 guesses left.
oh
and you have 2 teams left as well.
Yeah, I know.
But there's like 20 players on each roster. So
yeah, right. Oh man. What if we? Okay, so it's.
you can still see the silhouette whenever you would like.
Oh, I forgot about that. Let's see the silhouette. Yeah.
See the silhouette? Okay.
Yeah, now's a good time to use it. Okay. Oh, I feel like I should know who this player is. I don't know if it looks like Mark Stone because I've got Mark Stone on the brain. But I don't know, something about the hair. Also, I feel like I've seen this silhouette in like Yahoo Fantasy of a Kings player. I don't know, something about it looks like a Kings player, you know? So I'm going to go with. See, the thing is, I don't know many players on the Kings roster. So that's a problem. Okay. That silhouette is. I'm not sure if it's helpful or not, honestly. Let's go. Canadians on the Kings roster that are wingers. I want to say Adrian Kempe, but I don't think he's Canadian. Kaliev's not Canadian. Arvidsson is, well, the number's wrong. Is it maybe Kopitar? No, Kopitar's a center. We already established that. Well, maybe Kopitar could be a winger. You know what? I just want to know the team at this point. Let's do Kopitar.
All right. Before I even press guess, I'll tell you they have it wrong because Kopitar is not Canadian.
Yeah, I don't even care.
Slovenian.
Okay. So he's on the this guy's on the Golden Knights.
With your last guess is a member of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay, I gotta write this down. So Vegas Golden Knight, maybe, and he's Canadian.
Yep.
And the number is between 46 and 88, right?
Yep.
We figured out. Okay.
That he wears. Yep. And so he's 29 and has a right-hand shot on the wing.
Right hand on the wing. Okay. Now I just need to stare at this until I figure out who the player is.
There's 100% like somebody playing along and they're like, I saw this fucking an hour ago.
Yeah. Because I can't see the chat. Has the chat figured it out yet?
No, chat hasn't said anything, actually. They've been very good about it.
Okay, that's good. 29-year-old with Vegas that wears between 46 and 88. Right-handed shot on the winger. I can't believe I went through every single team in the Pacific Division except for the Vegas Golden Knights.
I'm also just impressed that you got like the division right away, so that really narrowed down where you had to look.
Yeah, that helped a lot. I don't know where I would be if I didn't get the division. It's really bothering me that I can't think of like even what the numbers of these guys on the Vegas roster are. Like, I just don't care enough. Like, I know when I see it. Like when I see, I have no examples, honestly. Man.
Do you want me just to read the roster to you? I'm not going to give you positions or anything like that. Just
That would be.
I'll read the roster.
That would be extremely helpful, just in the sake of time.
Okay.
Because otherwise,
I will make that exception, being that we're on the last one here.
Okay.
The roster of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay.
And I'm gonna read all the forwards.
Okay. Yeah.
So that it doesn't eliminate guys.
Sure.
But we know it's a
We obviously know
at
it's a
least, so I'm
winger,
taking
so,
out the defenseman.
Yeah.
Amadio, Carrier, Dadonov, Eichel, Howden, Janmark, Carlson, Kolsar, Lecision, Marchessault, Pacioretty, Patrick, Ronberg, Waugh, Smith, Stevenson, Stone.
Okay. Okay, so just out of the names I wrote down, there might be more, but the ones I think that are Canadian, or some of the ones I think that are Canadian, Carrier, or Carrier, whatever, Howden, Kolesar, Marchessault, Patrick, Pacioretty, and Stone.
Sorry, read that one more time.
Carrier, Howden, Kolesar.
A little slower. Sorry, I'm trying to read at the same time. Okay. Carrier, Howden.
Yeah, Kolesar.
Okay.
Marchessault.
Yep.
Patrick.
Okay.
Pacioretty.
Yep.
And Stone.
Only one of those guys, this might be a bit of a hit. Only one of those guys is not Canadian.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah,
that's a pretty big hint there, but
I'm not totally sure if it's Howden or Kolesar.
But that's impressive, actually, that you got only one non-Canadian in there.
Okay. Yeah, there might be others that I'm just like not as confident if they're Canadian, you know. And also, if for the number it said it would be yellow if I was within 5, right?
Yes, and you haven't gotten any yellow numbers.
Yeah, which is also impressive, but I haven't really been trying. So really, the number is actually between 51 and 83. Again, I don't know the numbers of any of these Vegas players. So, like, I've never even seen Nolan Patrick in a Vegas uniform. So, like, I literally have no idea. It's not even in there. My brain wants to say Marchessault because I forgot he was on that roster. And I feel like he's around 29 years old. Maybe a right-handed shot. He's a winger. He's Canadian. That one I know for sure. And if he's not, then I'm quitting the podcast. So you know what? I'm going to go with... Actually, can I see the picture one more time?
Yep.
God, that looks like Marchessault. Does it not?
I'm not saying.
Okay. You know what? I don't care. At this point, I just got to guess. So I got to go with Marchessault.
Marchessault?
Yeah.
Jonathan Marchessault. Final answer.
I guess so.
Well, I guess I'm going to see what it's like to be wrong for the first time. The correct answer was Mark Stone.
Oh, no way.
And I had to bite my tongue because you said it like a while ago.
Like 80 times?
And I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah, as soon as I remembered Vegas, I was like, oh, maybe Mark Stone. He's Canadian.
Mark Stone wears number 61.
Okay. What number does Marchessault wear? Oh, it's 88, isn't it?
Marchessault wears
Well, you can
81.
scroll down, hey?
Marchessault
81?
wears
Okay.
81. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? Overall, not a bad guess. Oh, they have
Not a bad guess, yeah.
This is. I mean, it would have been a better guess, like I don't know, 6 guesses ago.
Oh, now, not to make you feel like shit after we went through that for like 20 minutes. I got today's in 2 guesses.
Who was your first guess?
I don't even remember who my first guess was. Is it still listed maybe on my thing?
It might be.
Oh yeah, my first guess was Drew Doughty because I looked at the silhouette first.
Oh, okay.
And then right after I
Yeah.
went Mark Stone and I got it right. I here.
Oh no, I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw the silhouette, I thought Drew Doughty as well.
Yeah.
So I just didn't guess that because whatever. One of the other ones tipped me off.
Yeah,
So.
that he's a winger.
Oh,
So,
right, that's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Should have went with Stone. Oh well.
It was like you were right there, and I was like, I can't say anything.
Yeah. So
was
you're
fun,
getting
though,
Stone. You getting
Yeah.
Stone was like kind of a bit of a lucky guess in a way.
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like,
there were
'cause
a
obviously
lot
you
of
said-
like Canadian guys in the Pacific, obviously.
Yeah, but
But still, so I think the next best I did was 3. Like I've only been playing this for the last couple of days, so I
Okay.
went 7, 3, and 2. Like 7 guesses, 3 guesses, 2 guesses. So
okay.
we'll have to see how I do and everybody else does tomorrow. So this is my version of Wordle, 100%. I was like, I'll gladly guess hockey player names. So
Yeah. Yeah, if 100% if I was doing this on my own, I would have looked up by now like
yeah,
some of like the rosters and players' ages and stuff like that.
yeah,
So,
sweet.
but yeah, I just don't know that stuff off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was horrible. So.
It was fun though. It was fun though. And now
It was
you'll
fun,
continue it yesterday, or you'll continue it yesterday. You'll continue it tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
I do like playing Gordle, but it's so hard to come up with like 5-letter hockey player names.
Oh
off the
yeah,
top
I
of
can
your
imagine
head.
that'd be hard. Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I'll add Dangle to my list of
Yeah.
Gordles that I go throughout the day. So
Fun fact for what did you call it? Gordle?
Gordle, yeah.
Stone is also a 5-letter player name.
Yeah, I've never actually guessed
just
that.
to add
Yeah.
insult to injury there. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah, that's the game.
All right.
So I'm sorry we didn't get to the Instagram questions. We will though on Sunday. I think like they're really good questions, and I'm just gonna message that person saying, "Hey, we're actually gonna do it on Sunday." I like the topics and everything like that. So yes, I want to get to these questions. I'm literally pushing it off just for the sake of time because we're at like an hour and 47 now. So
Yeah, that's fair.
if you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I guess hopefully I didn't spoil the Dangle for you, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen for the whole 20 minutes and
Yeah. Oh no,
you spoil
it'll
it for yourself. So
it would only be for today because tomorrow there'll be a new one. So
no, I mean for like the live listeners.
Oh yeah.
So,
Fun.
but that's on them.
Yeah, that's on them.
They had a 20-minute heads up before the answer was revealed. So
Exactly.
all right. Well, yeah. If people decide to play Dangle tomorrow, where can they DM their answers to?
You can. Yeah, yeah.
Or like because I'm assuming it has like the pictures, right, where you can share like just the green and yellow tiles, or no?
What? Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, like with Wordle, like
Oh,
people
you
post,
just have to
their
type it
grids or whatever.
yourself. Yeah,
You have to type it in yourself. That's exhausting.
yeah. Type the grid in yourself. So, but yeah, if you want to,
Well, you can send how many guesses you got it in.
Yeah,
Don't
there you
spoil
go.
it for anybody, but
Yeah.
but send the number of guesses.
Yeah, you can send that to me over at Tate Nomas on Twitter, TateNhomas, and I will also again be reaching out to the person that won our giveaway on our Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, again, it was Bar Down 25, I believe, on Instagram. So yeah, we'll be reaching out here very soon.
Yeah, I looked them up, and it said on Instagram it says their name on there at least is Michael. So I'm assuming that's their actual name. But
Oh, sweet.
yeah, congrats to
congrats,
Michael.
Michael. Yeah.
Hopefully that's your real name.
Yeah,
I would imagine it probably is.
probably. So
Yeah, cool. And you can reach out to myself at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97. Send how many guesses you got the Dangle in, because it'll probably be better than me. And yeah, that wraps up this live episode. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll see you guys, I guess, on Monday or Tuesday if you're a Tuesday listener. And yeah, hope you have a good rest of your week. See you later.